Um, I'm honestly just gonna run through these real quick. It's actually very interesting what they decided to change, or what they decided to buff. Um, okay. So goal improve shit. Okay. Well, let's start from the front. So the context. Shaco players have some justified complaints about their champion. This is an opportunity to reevaluate decisions we've made and refresh the champion's kit. So, basically, it seems like they pretty much just want to give Shaco a rework. Like this might as well just be an entire rework. Honestly, it really like refreshing the kit. I mean, they're basically reworking Shaco, right? They're not giving him new abilities. They're not changing abilities in different way, like completely, but they are like they're completely fucking buffing the champion. Like holy shit, almost every single thing on this page is a buff. And the way they're changing it, I really like. So my biggest complaint was probably his passive, because his passive didn't really synergize with any of his other abilities. And yeah, that was my biggest thing. So the overall goals: Shaco should feel empowered to interact with enemy champions early on. So the biggest thing that everyone's complaint was that Shaco didn't really have an early game. He was pretty much just farm, and you queue into counter gank, or you queue into like get a free kill, and then you try to snowball off that free kill and try to get more free kills without like actually doing anything and fighting. They kind of wanted to shift his power back to his early game rather than have it which his late game, like I think Shaco's like win percent went up like to 58% by like late game or some shit. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's what it was. Um how it was. I'm not don't quote me on that, but I think it was like 58% by late game. I don't know how it turned out like that, but yeah, because I don't see Shaco being strong late game. So the power of this budget, the power budget for this can be earned by reducing late game lethality. Can one shot potential. Shaco didn't have. Since when does Shaco have a late game lethality one shot potential? Like Shaco really couldn't one shot 6 items versus 6 items. I 80 Shaco could. I don't think 80 Shaco could really one shot champions. Like I guess he could one shot like fucking test dummies who like sit there and don't react. I mean, I guess they're putting this like anyone in high yellow, like diamond plus, like high diamond plus, like you have a Phantom Dancer on an ADC, you can't burst through the Phantom Dancer because the Phantom Dancer will hold off the damage that of one-shotting them, and you'd have to get another auto in or something, or your ignites would have to tick. But then they have their support right next to them. They have their fucking Lulu shield, their Janna shield, their Soraka heal. Like you have all these fucking little things that like just cuck you completely, and you can't get the kill on them, and it's really frustrating. For AP Shaco, for AD Shaco, for both of them. Late game 6 item versus 6 items. I really don't think Shaco had the late game lethality one shot potential, to be honest. Like all these, everyone and their mother gets like so much AD, like they get 100 AD or 100 armor by the end of the game, and so it's like it really like it's so hard for Shaco to one shot people. So AD and AP Shaco should care more about different parts of their kit so that one build is not a worse version of the other. Okay, so I like honestly for the past 2 years, my biggest fear is that they just say fuck it and they go have a nat. They either go full AD or full AP, because obviously they go one way or the other. It's gonna fuck either the AD Shaco players who like stream and such, and then they come over and become AP Shaco players, and then it's just like a full on like it's not a niche anymore. Or the AP Shacos have to turn into AD Shaco players, and then like I'm out of a job. But yeah, that my biggest. Just like looking over the years, like APE, AP Tristana, who else? Like there's a couple of examples that AD champions turning into AP champions, and like yeah, just a lot of champions that could have gone different builds, but didn't but Riot didn't want them to go different builds because it was too OP or somewhat. AP Rengar, yeah. No, people are still playing Shyvana. But yeah, so I was kind of scared that they were just going to pull away all of the one part of the kit, right? And just, or not kit, but all the ratios off of part of the kit and just make him into a single champion. So getting into backstab, so the goal for backstab should be thematically cohesive and amplifying effects that inform how Shaco's position and uses spells without dictating his entire pattern build. Exactly my point. Over the past few months, everyone's been like giving their insight on what and who and how and why to change Shaco's kit different ways. Everyone wanted his E buffed. Like, honestly, okay, like looking at this as a whole, everyone just wanted like his E changed, right? But they give us this entire long list of changes they're doing, which is like actually really nice because it like I said, it's not a full rework, but it's pretty much a rework. And like refreshing a champion is really nice for the people who put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,000 games a fucking season playing it, right? I mean, not many people put in 5,000 games, but like a lot, like there's a lot of people who put in 2,000 games of Shaco every season. So refreshing a kit really like that okay, this might be a little rant. That's why I hated everyone who was like, oh, just revert Shaco, because when they revert Shaco, they'll probably nerf it somewhat, because box stacking was like incredibly OP, and for some reason no one wants to like everyone thinks like if they reverted Shaco, they would like allow box stacking. Box stacking was super toxic. Like you walk into a bush and you just get hit for like 1,000 damage 3 times while you can't move. Like that's just so toxic. Like there's no you have. It's so basic and so easy to do and so brainless that like anyone can do it, and obviously that's why people like it, because like it takes nothing. Like how I do it, like I have a box in the bush, the person walks in the against the box, I put a box right behind them. Now they're feared for a long time, so they take more damage. Like that's how you should be able to get damage off, you know? So yeah, I mean, it's just, they didn't need to revert Shaco. They really didn't. No, everyone wanted the revert, but it would have been so basic and boring. Okay, so going into his passive, this is pretty much exactly what I wanted with Shaco's passive. I wanted his passive to do more for his entire kit rather than just being an extra like half auto or a half crit, a fake crit. So now they're so Shaco's basic attacks, Deceive and 2-Ship Poison, have additional effects when striking from behind. Basic attacks deal an additional 10 to 30 scaling with 1 basic AD damage. This damage can crit. Let's just go through them. Deceives crit for 130% damage, and 2-Ship Poison deals an additional 10 to 30 scaling with level, plus 1 AP, 0.1 AP damage, and slows for an additional 20%. Sorry, just random pickups. So this is all striking from behind. So before, if we remember to the Shaco before was a his passive was just straight off 20% extra damage to things that hit people from behind, right? Shaco's Q had a crit on it, and it's nice to see that they're moving a lot of the damage away from Shaco's actual abilities, or not a lot of the damage, but some of the damage, and putting them into the passive. I mean, the backstab was nice. It helped with like CSing. I'm gonna have to like relearn CSing a little bit because of this. Like because early game you get like 30 extra damage, so like 20 damage difference. It'll be like noticeable. But yeah, it is a PB. It should be on the PB tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow in parentheses question mark. Which today's the August 17th. Sorry, September 17th. So it would be on September 18th. it would be coming out on the PB, is what he thinks. But yeah. So moving into Shaco's backstab, the 2-shift poison deals an additional 10 to 30 scaling with level plus 0.1 AP ratio. This is basically Shaco's old passive for Shaco's E, like in terms of his E. It would deal 20% extra damage, so that would be pretty much just 0.2 AP ratio. This is basically adding on, so that's really nice. Then you have crits for 130% damage. So it seems like they're trying to open up Shaco's like diverse build patterns, not to just be lethality. They kind of want to push him towards crit also, or having a way that he could go crit. So like static shiv could be good. I mean, IE could be okay. There was like some some really stupid way of like IE was like we're interacting with Shaco's passive before, and it wasn't really good or anything. Or it was like it like did less damage than what it should have done or something. I'm not exactly sure. I never played IE Shaco. So yeah, I'm really excited for this change. The 2-shift poison. That's actually a lot of damage to add to his E. The thing I would like to clear up is if this 2 poison damage, this extra damage that it does, also like works with the execute. Because if it does, then that's more execute damage too. So Shaco's Deceive Q. The goal was Deceive should be a functional combat tool at one point, but remain valuable to rank up. Stealth duration, 1.5. What it's currently is 1.5, 2.25, 3, 3.75, 4.5. So it goes up by 0.75. Oh wait, no. 0.75, 0.75, 0.75, yeah, it's at 0.75. And now it's 2.5, 2.75, 3, 3.25, 3.5. So now it goes up by oh no, it still goes up by no. It goes up by 2.25. Okay, that's pretty good. So the nerf takes away from his later points in Q, and so what they wanted to do here, they want to make it so that you don't have to put points into Q early. For 80 Shaco's specifically, 80 Shaco's don't like that. Before it was 3.5 flat for the first point in Q, and they liked that because it would help them get in for ganks, right? Now they're turning it up for 1 second, the stealth duration by 1 second, which kind of helps that. And then you're able to put points into your E, making your E stronger early game, meaning that you have more damage to do to them before they have more health or something, right? So the cooldown is getting the cooldown's getting pretty big, lowered pretty big, but they aren't going to have the cooldown reduction by 2.5 seconds when triggering the damage, which actually might be better for me, because there's so many times I use Q as a getaway, because I'll like jump in, do my doubles Anya's ulti, and then Q away. So when you're queuing away, there's not really anyone to get that auto off onto, which is pretty nice. Pretty nice coming up here. I'll probably get like, I'll probably only have 1 point in my queue, because of what's coming up next. So the cooldown is the reduced cooldown is taken away. The damage, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, with the basic AD of 0.4 is lowered down to 25, 35, 45, 55, 65 with a base AD of 0.25. And this damage can crit. So yeah, like I said, they're kind of trying to open up the ability to have the extra crit, and then they're removing the AP ratio, which is completely fine. There's not often whenever you're like looking to jump in with your Q and you want to jump in with your Q. If anything, like, it's so hard for AP Shaco to get like kills off on people when they're not already like half HP or something. Can't Q Baron recall anymore. I mean, it was hard to do anyway. I mean, it's 0.5 seconds that they get. They have 0.5 seconds to react, which, I mean, if they're close enough to hit you anyway, You have to actually remember there's that there's the there's that little like invincibility, not invincibility, but like those few seconds right before you recall, you can still get hit with damage, but you can still recall go through. Your recall goes through. The thing is, like, that's like 0.25 seconds or something. So they have 0.25 seconds exactly to figure out or to hit you. So like if they have an AoE ability, they're already going to hit you to knock you out of Baron recall, right? But if you don't have Baron, or if they don't have an AoE ability, not many people can react fast enough to hit you with that within the 0.25 seconds that they can. Not to mention animations and such. So like 99% of the time, if your Q is maxed, you're already gonna be able to Q out, right? Or Q Baron recall out. So, getting on to the next change, fucking insane. Like what? Holy crap. Okay. I was expecting them not to touch his W at all. And I was completely like fine with him not touching his W. Like his W is okay. I mean, everyone wants like more health or more resist on it. I mean, it needs to like be able to die. Like it needs to die. You know, like you can't just have his W auto attacking the entire fight, because that like it can get to it being insane. But it's actually like what is this? Now fires at all nearby targets. So the single target damage for the one that it's shooting at, it's good. Wait. It still has his like fear and shit. Like it's not removing its fear. Oh, interesting. So single fire damage is not changing. But they're adding an AoE damage. What? Like that's so insane to me. Like they're adding AoE damage to his W for improved Shaco'S AoE jungle clear. But is this AoE damage only to like jungle monsters, or is it just in general? Because if it's in general, I mean that buffs is like AoE wave clear. That I mean it could buff a team fight. Like you could like I could get multiple people feared, and then box just shredding multiple people. Like it's actually just insane. Like how much like it's crazy. Like AoE damage on boxes, like how is that gonna work? Like I it's just like I can't fathom it. Like I it's probably like gonna be negligible, but I'm really not sure. We'll have to see. But that's like the craziest change for me, because AoE damage on his boxes, like how's that even gonna look? Are they just gonna like be pulsing while like what's the AoE on that? Is the box like shooting back and forth constantly, like Katarina? Yeah. Like is the head just like going around shooting fat? Like I don't know. Like how is it gonna work? I honestly have no clue at all how it's gonna work. We'll have to see. So 2-shift poison. Moving on. So the goal for 2-shift poison to feel like a functional spell at all points in the game, early damage up, and open up non-lethality builds and allow AP Shaco to scale. So yes, AP Shaco had a really hard time scaling due to his E not gaining that the AP ratios that you actually needed. You would have AP, but it wouldn't actually do damage. So they're allowing AP Shaco to scale by changing it from physical to magic damage, and that's so that AP Shaco can get penetration items, because previously you couldn't get penetration items because it was physical damage. So you would have an entire AP build, but you would like need to go like Blast Whisper or some shit to make his E actually do damage. What if W exploded? No, wait, actually maybe. No, it fires at all nearby targets. It doesn't explode. It just constantly shoots at all nearby targets. Dude, oh my god, AP Shaco's gonna get nerfed. Wait, AP Shaco's gonna get like hard nerfed, because AP Shaco Jungle's like gonna have insane like AoE clear. And like, oh my god. So the problem before, whenever Shaco like was first like reworked in the Assassin rework, was like as soon as Shaco got changed, people were playing AP Shaco Jungle, and AP Shaco Jungle and AD Shaco Jungle are like pretty much exactly the same. Like you just go different builds. You play like you're like pretty much playing the same way the entire game, but you're like you're just building differently. The gank routes are the same. You can't really AoE clears AP Shaco, so you're just looking for more ganks. Like they're gonna like nerf AP Shaco again because it's gonna be too strong. But like the way Shaco is strong is that people are just bad. That's how Shaco's strong, because people don't pay attention. They're super tunnel visioned. They don't see the Shaco's on the ward. Actually, there was a clip on Reddit yesterday. Bobby Quinn playing mid lane against Katarina. It's like Katarina doesn't even have invis. Like two people were ganking. Like two people on his team were top lane, and they were fighting someone. And then the Katarina's like walking up. He's like spam pinging her constantly the entire time, 12 pings, whatever. And she like, I will report you both if if you give her a double kill. And then like they just tunnel visioned on the kill top lane, and the Katarina gets a double kill. Like, I just feel like people are that stupid, and that's why Shaco scales so fast, because people are dumb, and any like good Shaco player will like know the like roots correct, and like know when to go, where know to be where they where to be when they need to be, so like to get free kills. Because like you play 1,000 games of a shitty champion, like you understand what you need to do to win games. You understand how to snowball, even though the snowballing won't really help in the end because you're a shitty champion. But yeah, so I mean, it's really gonna be feast or famine for a lot of these Shaco players, and they're just. It just feels like Jungle Shaco is going to really get out of hand, especially AP Shaco, now that it has AoE clear. The AoE clear isn't great, but I mean, it's more than it was before. I could see like a box nerf or something that's going to come in the future. Maybe even like, I guess they're taking damage off Q. I don't know. I don't know. It's really like AP Shaco had trouble before, or was like really strong on the first rework. His ratios were really high. His Q had a ratio. Actually, I don't remember if his Q had a ratio. I think it did, and they moved it to passive. I don't remember exactly. But AP ratio, or AP Shaco got nerfed right after coming out of the rework. If any of you remember. And it was pretty frustrating. And then after getting nerfed, they changed it from physical to, or from magic to physical. So we'll see. I think Shaco Jungle is going to be a little OP, a little strong for the AP Shaco Jungle players out there already. We'll see how it goes. So I'm really excited for this E buff, the physical to magic. It's going to be really good. It's going to allow you to build. It's going to allow you to build like Sork shoes. Penetration is just going to be much better. You can get Void Staff somewhere in the build. I'm not exactly sure where to get the penetration. So they're upping the early game damage from 55 to 70, which is pretty nice. The entire game. So his E is it goes up for 15. Yes, it goes 15, then it's 20 up, and then it's 25 up, then it's 30 up, and then it's 35 up. Yep, that's how it is. So yeah, it's 25, 30, 30. No, sorry. 15, 20, 30, 35 for you know what I mean. And then they're upping the ratio for AP, which is pretty nice. Yeah, it's pretty nice. They're keeping the 80 rate. They're gonna like average out the AP 80 ratio. They're upping the AP ratio by 0.5, but you got to remember he's also getting a 0.1 scaling from behind, along with the next. They're fixing the execute. They're changing it from 0 to 50% increase damage based on missing health, to 50% increased damage on targets below 30% health. So it's actually an execute. It's not this half execute that only works some of the times, right? But yeah, like I said, this is huge buff to AP Shaco. I could see them nerfing AP Shaco in the future though. So The last but not least, Hallucinate. The goal for Hallucinate feels like a powerful tool for both builds, especially with clever use of the clone explosion. Boxes trigger immediately, fearing enemies at the clone's death locations, firing on the nearest enemies. Note, damage ratio are down due to the dramatically increased reliability on the boxes. Overall effects of an R explosion is generally up when this is taken into account. So they're nerfing the damage on the actual explosion because these boxes are going to be broken. These boxes are going to be really strong. For any Shaco player who has like invested the time to learn how to correctly like what do I call it? I usually just say tethering. Like whenever you tether the Shaco so like I think of like what is it called? Like so like you have like a the fucking ping pong paddle or with the string and the ball. I don't remember what it's fucking called, but like how you're like when it goes to the end, it bounces back, right? So that like that's tethering. Like, so you tether the clone once it hits the like peak point of like how far it can go. You queue over a wall and then you bring it to you, and then like people automatically target it. They kill it, and now the boxes pop out and they immediately fear. They're like that's gonna be insane amount of AOE fear. And then it's a 1 second fear duration off the bat. All this damage, like, yeah, it has damage now. That's cool. Or like, okay, I'm not like kicking like all the damage stuff under the. I'm not throwing it under the bus, but the fear triggering immediately is the key to Shaco's ultimate now. Like, it's actually like the biggest thing about it. It's actually like insane. Like, yeah, immediate fear. Like now, oh my god, it's actually useful. It's actually so good. It's so good. Yeah, just so in all, like all of this is more than like could really ask for. Like I've been asking for the passive to like have a complete like rework, and this is pretty much it. I mean, this is basically like reworking his passive in general, which is I thought this would like really buff Shaco in a way, and everyone was complaining about Shaco's E not being good. And I mean, they're buffing his E, they're buffing his passive, they're changing his Q, they're buffing it for the early game for AD Shaco. It might help AP Shaco too. His boxes are getting like incredibly like unexpected like buff with AoE damage. Like that, it's actually like it might not actually be useful with like actually killing champions, but it like gives Shaco some actual like benefit to like putting boxes in the wave and using them to push. Like it's actually really good. I'm putting I'll probably be like, maybe I max W now so I can get the wave clear off, which would be really nice. It's actually it's gonna be really insane. Like it's actually really nice. It was something I like didn't think about because I didn't think Shaco's boxes needed any like change or anything. And then you have his R, which I actually think is gonna be like one of the most insane things about Shaco. Like I think the R explosion with the boxes triggering immediately. I did suggest that you should put they should change the fear duration to like they should keep how the fear duration is, maybe even change it to like 0.5, 1 and 1.5, because there's not really a reason to put points into Shaco's ultimate right now. Maybe they'll be changing that up, but we'll see. But besides that, like this is something more than like I could really ask for. Just like really insane to actually see this. But yeah. Holy crap. Then something else got posted. About to add an additional piece of jungle quality of life that is on the list. Boxes fear non-champions for 3 seconds and slow them more so I forgot to add an additional piece of jungle quality of life that's in this Shaco list. Boxes fear non-champions for 3 seconds and slow them more so they don't run out of range. Generally looking to make his jungle clear feel better without too much actual speed add. God, dude, that's like really good. So my questions to you are is the AoE damage specific to jungle creeps or is it all in general? Champions, minions, and jungle creeps. Also, is the passive damage on Shaco'S E going to also increase with the E execution? That's actually pretty insane. Yeah, let's just hope Shaco isn't pick ban, because I'll be probably my queues are probably, or my stream's probably gonna be mostly mostly gonna be pick ban of Shaco. It's gonna be champions like over and over and over again trying to get the champion, because this might actually like make him completely broken. We'll see. Actually gonna be a really big buff. I'll probably be playing a lot in the coming days. Yeah, Shaco's gonna feel like an actual champion. It's gonna be really nice. But yeah, much love, guys. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Make sure to follow me on Twitch. I am reapplying for my sub button today. Today is September 17th. I'm reapplying today. Hopefully they'll get back to me within the next 2 weeks. It kind of sucks because in a week I'm going to TwitchCon, which I am going to TwitchCon. I will be at TwitchCon. I don't know if there are any ride events that I'll be at during TwitchCon. I'll probably be like heading around and stuff. So yeah, that's a little bit going on with me. Thanks for watching. Much love. Hopefully you enjoy the video. I'm really excited for the buffs. Hopefully you guys are. More videos coming in the near future if it does go on the PBE. But yeah, have a good one, guys. Peace.